Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to today's video. Today, a nice, simple subject that we're going to talk about, and that is cheating in Football Manager. And I'm going to hold my hands up right at the beginning of this video and say that I am a cheat in Football Manager. So the first thing we really need to sort of work out, what is cheating in Football Manager? Now, I think everybody has their own version of what is cheating in Football Manager, and I think what later I'll discuss a incident that happened a number of years ago with a Football Manager YouTuber that cheated. Because if you don't know that story, it's quite an interesting one, that. For me, like, cheating is going outside the bounds, like it's doing stuff like getting into the code and messing about with it and stuff like that. Football Manager is pretty much a single-player game. Yes, there's draft mode, so maybe cheating has a different thing there. But, like, it's a single-player game. Your game doesn't affect anybody else. So you could argue there's no real cheating. You're only cheating yourself. You could argue there's no real cheating in Football Manager. I think the only time that this sort of thing, like, bugs me a little bit is when somebody brags about their achievements in Football Manager, you know, whilst using the editor to give themselves £1 billion to spend or something like that. You know, I still don't really see it as cheating, but, like, that irks me a little bit. Like, is cheating save scumming? If you don't know what save scumming is, save before a game, kick off, play the game. If you lose, let's say it's an important game, you can reload the save and do it. If you want to do that, I have no issue. I don't judge you. I don't care. Play Football Manager however the fuck you like. If you want to use the editor to give yourself unlimited money and make all your players' attributes 20 and you're having fun, brilliant. Not cheating. Have at it. Enjoy yourself. Do what you download tactics if you're no good at tactics. Download set pieces if you're not very good at set pieces. Make the game enjoyable for you and don't let any fucking people tell you otherwise. Unless you're bragging about your results, like I said. That's the only time that I see it. So I'm going to tell you now about how I cheat in Football Manager. I'm in a sort of slightly different situation. In my YouTube and my streaming, whenever I'm showing the game to you guys, I never mess with the editor unless it's a save that, you know, has achievements that has an editor like some of the fun Twitch streams. But generally, never touch the editor. I don't save scum. Don't do any of that stuff, right? Because I would feel like I'm lying to you guys, right? Like, I feel like, oh, look, I've managed to save us from relegation with this change of tactic that I've got, which I downloaded from the Steam Workshop. Like, but I have no qualms in any YouTuber doing that. And I've even thought about doing saves where I only get to use people's downloaded tactics. I think the important thing is obviously letting people know that the things you do in the game. I think it's just misleading. So basically, I can't remember his name, and I don't really care because it's not about attacking people. But there was a guy, a YouTuber, he stopped now and he was doing a Football Manager YouTuber. It's about 4 or 5 years ago. He was one of the big guys early on with the likes of Work the Space and Golden FM and Dr. Benji and stuff. And he was entertaining. And I can't remember how it came out, but basically, whether it was like DMs or some bad editing and he showed something, and I think he was like save scumming and stuff to make the save more entertaining. You know, he was maybe like, oh, we need a good cup run, or we need to get in the top 4 this year, so maybe he would save scum and stuff without telling anybody. That's the important part. And then it all came out, and then it became this weird witch hunt. Because, yeah, that's a bit dickish, man. If I put myself in a viewer's point of view, I'm watching somebody play Football Manager. I've watched 50 episodes of this series, really having fun. And then I find out that he was, I don't know what else he was doing. I can't remember. But let's just say if you found out somebody was like downloading tactics or without saying anything, claiming it to be their own, or save scumming and not saying anything and stuff like that. So I would feel disappointed. But it became this weird witch hunt. There was stuff on Twitch with live phone-ins and abuse, and it was really horrible, and the guy basically got cancelled. Like, he literally stopped making YouTube videos. I think he deleted his Twitter or something. Like, I don't know how all the goings on behind the scenes, so I'm not sure, you know, but in the public, that was what was going on. He got caught to be cheating on his YouTube series, and he got sort of that much shit that he just disappeared. And like it's Football Manager. It's, obviously, that's much too big a reaction and stuff. But you can see why people are let down. So, in my public gaming, in my Football Managering, I always use my own tactics. What I'll quite often do, you've seen me do it, so it's not like a thing. But I'll use one of the game's default tactics, pick that as a rough, and then tweak it, which I think a lot of people do. That's not, some people consider it cheating if you have to disable attribute masking. Because some people consider it cheating if you see numbers. Some people literally play Football Manager without any of the attributes of players, purely based on their stats and statistics and how well they do. That would just blow my mind, but it's amazing. But like, everybody has their line of how they like to play Football Manager, and nobody should be judged accordingly. Now, sometimes, like, let's say for the end of FM21, I'd finished the Basingstoke save, and I was doing a little sort of private save. I had a few days, and I was like, I can't remember who it was with. And I just went, okay, cool. I'm going to download a popular tactic, because I just wanted to kind of cut the season save where I didn't really think about it, and I'm just clicking continue. And I like trying out people's tactics, because that's how you learn. It's not immediately cheating if somebody downloads a tactic of there is a bazillion people that are better at tactics than me. I'm fully aware. It's not one of my strong points at all in Football Manager, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm not, I could go in more depth if I wanted to. That's how I like to play the game. But occasionally, I like to see what people that really know the game do. And I'll download a tactic. I might even download, a FM Wonder Kids shortlist, because I want to do a save where I get to try out some of these kids that are going to be the next Ballon d'Or, the next Messi, the next Ronaldo. I'll do that. And some people consider that cheating. Like I said, I keep it, this is always for private saves, and but I'm not against, let's say, using a downloaded tactic in a YouTube save, as long as you're clear and make it obvious to people and stuff. I just think, for me personally, you can't really cheat much, because you're just cheating yourself. You can't really cheat much in a single player game. Just don't brag about your achievements if you do. Like, the amount of times, because it's just a non-thing for me. Like, I think for the entirety of my Basingstoke save, which I never used the editor for because there wasn't any, like, extra bits we added to the save. But because when I started the game, you can say disable viewing of editor. That little pencil icon, is it, at the top that shows you if you want to edit the page. And because I just didn't hide that, because I don't need to hide it, it's a tiny little icon. I still get the occasional comments saying, why is that there? You're cheating, aren't you? You're cheating. Ironically, you could just hide that button and still use the editor. So it's not like, I would be the worst criminal ever if I cheated and then left that button on. Oh no, they found me out. Well done, Sherlock. It's just, let people play how they want. Football Manager is a difficult game. Just generally speaking, compared to most games, right? If you think you know the game, you've played it for hundreds of hours, so you know the game, so you're good at it. I'm talking to the majority of people here, right? But imagine a new person coming in. It is a ridiculously wall of information. Even if you're brilliant at football, you know everything about football. Football Manager is a hard game to learn. So I think, yes, help yourself. Download a tactic, download a shortlist, download a tactic, use it and go, oh, I see how this works now. I understand. Oh, that's why he's doing this. That's why. And then bring that into your own tactics. If you're doing it in public for an audience, let people know. Everybody would be cool, right? If you want to use tactics and stuff, like it's, because a lot of us YouTubers, when I'm playing, I get suggestions in the comments all the time. So if I was to then take those suggestions, let's say all the comments were saying, oh no, you shouldn't have the wingers on support there. You need to put the wingers on attack in this tactic. And I took that advice. It's almost like downloading a tactic then, isn't it? Like, you're literally using somebody else's work. So, like, where's the line? I just think people need to relax, play Football Manager however the fuck you want. And if a YouTuber or a streamer or a blogger comes out and sort of says, or they get caught, or they say they use tactics, like, just cut them some slack, because it's a silly video game. It's not that important. Football's not that important. So a video game about football is definitely not that important. I don't think you can really cheat in Football Manager. Just don't be a dick. I think that's just like life rules to live by, really. It's just like, don't be a dick. But joking aside, like, go for it. Do what you want. It's the equivalent of starting a Newcastle save. It's kind of like, oh, I want to have £200 million to spend at the start of the game. Cool. Newcastle save. So don't worry about it. Play Football Manager how you want to play. If they didn't want anything edited, you know, Sports Interactive, they wouldn't make a fucking editor for the game, would they? Right? Simple as that. So have fun, do your own thing, no cheating, have fun. And if you remember that guy's name, like, I'm sure it'll be in the comments, but don't throw any shit that guy's way. He got hounded off the internet, which is, you know, hounded off the internet for save scumming in a Football Manager save on YouTube. It doesn't sound the worst crime of humanity or of this year or today. It's not the worst crime of today. Where's your line of cheating? Let's say, I think a lot of people will agree with me and sort of say that, generally speaking, a single player, it's just for you. You're not really cheating. Let's say you're playing a network game with your mate. Where, and he doesn't tell you anything, you just play, you think you're playing normally. Where is the line of cheating? Like, is downloading like a short list of good left wingers for cheap? Is that cheating in a network game? Is using a downloaded tactic in a network game cheating? Because then it makes, because it's competitive then, I think that is. But it's just a simple case of agreeing the rules beforehand. But I'd love to know your thoughts. If you're in a network game with your mates, where's the line of cheating? Right, there we go. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, like the video. I do these sort of chatty videos every Friday, and then the rest of the week we've got with my Journeyman save is coming up. I'm currently doing a Man United save where we talk about real-life Man United whilst managing Man United. It's been really interesting, especially from a Liverpool fan. I think I've done quite a good job of not going in too hard on Man United, and I stream twice a week as well, and all my links and stuff there. But if you could like the videos and comment on the videos, just so people find it because of algorithm and all that good stuff. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I used time and then said time again. So, oh.